this is Pam with Follow Your Brush, and today's episode into my watercolor world is like, what are you doing now? If you followed me before, thanks for stopping back in, and I'm so glad that you joined me. And if this is your first time, welcome. I do watercolor, I do inks, I do fountain pens. I just love everything color. And but watercolor is my first passion. And I have been recently doing some what I call baby paintings. This one I did the other day. This was a reference from Jill Williams. I just totally enjoy Jill Williams' watercolor and her lessons. And if you haven't checked her out, please do. Jill Williams at watercolor.com, I believe. Jill Williams at watercolor.com. And you'll find her classes. She's an excellent teacher. This was one of her lessons and reference photos. I had tried it like about 8 times over period of 2 days. Just wasn't happy. So I got up the next morning without even looking at the reference photo because I had done it so many times. I took this little tiny piece of paper, taped it on my board, and with coffee in one hand and my little palette in the other, I made my little baby painting, and then I added some ink to it. And that was really fun. Another one that I did just the other day is this one as well. This is a reference photo from one of my members in Follow Your Brush on Facebook. If you haven't joined me over there on Facebook, please feel free. You do have to ask for permission to join. It's a private watercolor group. Actually, any medium can join. It doesn't matter. But I had tried this one for several times as well, with different colors, different palettes, and this was the last one that I did that I was happy with. And this is like a maybe 5x5 piece of paper, cold press, and I used some of my new Daniel Smith colors on this one, the new colors for 2025 that I had ordered, and they are this one's called, I know this is a strange palette, I just made this myself. Juan Brilliant number 1, Juan Brilliant number 2, Coral Reef, Manganese Violet, and Deep Cobalt, Cobalt Green Deep, I'm sorry. And really fun colors. And I used them in combination of mixes, and finally was happy with this one. So I've been doing some miniature painting, and so for miniature painting you need miniature supplies, correct? I ordered this cool little set of 4 little palettes that came with the inserts. This one has 4 times 6 is 24, so enough for 24 colors. This has 12 spaces, so it's a little larger. And this one also had the 24, but I took that out, as you can see here. And I put some full pans in there. I don't know that I'll keep it like this, but I also ordered some of these little tiny baby magnets. You can put 1 in each slot. And this would be a great little primary set to take wherever you decide to go. And one reason I like these is they can clip onto a magnetic clip, and they're right there with you when you go to paint. The other thing I did this week is I refreshed my handmade sketchbook, watercolor sketchbook that I take with me when I go somewhere. I just made this out of a cardboard cover that was on something that I thought looked interesting, covered it with washi tape. I take my Arches paper, I cut it to size so that it won't overlap. Slide them in here, put a rubber band down the center. I know that's not real fancy. And then when I go out, I take a watercolor brush. Actually, I take a water brush, one that's filled with water. You know what I'm talking about, hopefully. This is one I did the other day. A friend of mine sent this picture from Vietnam. He was there visiting. So there's a market scene. I thought that was interesting. And I did this one the other night of supposed to be pansies. I don't know how well that came out. But I like this to take in the car. And then I can take my little palette. This is the one that I put my colors in that I chose for my own color palette. This is based off the magenta, Quin Magenta as the base red, some Potter's Pink, Hansa Yellow Light. This is lemon yellow that I have contaminated with blue, and it's green at the moment. Quin Gold, New Gamboge, which I really enjoy working with. Azo Yellow. This is a neutral tint in Danthorn Blue, one of my favorites, especially with Quin Magenta, Phthalo Turquoise, and Ultramarine Blue. These are just the colors that I have been enjoying recently and having a good time with. When I go somewhere, I can take this, and actually I can put the clip and close it and take that along with me and paint. When I do my baby paintings at home, I like to use a clipboard like this. And also I purchased some toothpicks to help me fill my little palettes. But I like to just tear a piece of my Arches paper. You can tear it down to size. This is my baby one that I did. You can see how I just took one of these and folded it in hand. Well, I taped it and then tried both sides. So that's just kind of a fun way to just do your paper. This one is like this size. It's like maybe 4 by 6, maybe. I don't know. No, it's not that big. 1, 2.5 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe 2 by 4. 2 by 4 probably. And then I tape it on my clipboard. And this one I did a second ago. And I thought it's dry now. So let's go back and finish this up. This is just a fun process. And I'm just going to kind of come back in here and darken my values with my baby palette. I grew up in Florida. Spent a lot of time at the beach. So I like to paint beach scenes. I don't have a reference photo. I just have my memory. In fact, when I went back to visit, the beaches that I used to go to all the time, spent hours and hours on. Now they had parking meters. And the trees were gone. It needs to be lined with trees. And trees were gone. Parking meters. I used to just be able to go and just enjoy my day. I'm going to put some clean water here. And let that just kind of come up into my sky. I can tilt this a little bit. Let the water kind of run. And make our little beach. the sky, I used some Indanthrone blue and some neutral tint. I didn't put any sunshine or colors in this because it kind of looks like a rainy day, which actually is not when you want to be at the beach, right? Especially if it's going to thunder. I don't recommend that. And you kind of want to steer clear of going to the in by the water. Some Indanthrone blue here. And the water can, clean water can give you some effects. I'll do another run through here and let that run down and just have a fun day at the beach, huh? Can also do some this way. If it's going to be water, let the water run. And then when it dries, it surprises you. I was watching a TV show today, a nature show, you know, where they show the animals and all that kind of thing. And they had, they were showing a beach, the Caribbean. And I was like, oh, phthalo turquoise, oh, Indanthrone blue in the sky, maybe Payne's gray. So I guess that's what inspired me to do this. You can also make little texture marks with adding just water, letting that dry. Sometimes less is more. And I often like to add salt. You have to kind of do it at the right time. It can't be too wet. Can't be too dry. But this is kind of getting a little bit of a sheen on it. I'm going to open one of my little salt packets. These are great when you have like DoorDash. And they bring you your little salt and pepper packets. But what I want to do is get the timing kind of right on this. You kind of have to, just a little bit of a sheen, but not super, super white. I'm going to kind of just flick it, maybe right there. Just a little bit. Then you'll see as it dries, you see how it's soaking up that color? It soaks up the pigment into the salt crystal, and then it will leave you a really pretty pattern when the painting dries and you take it off. So I'm going to try that and see how that goes. And then I will post the finished little baby painting. So that's what I've been doing. I've just been doing miniature stuff and having a ball with it. And it doesn't always have to be a huge sheet, magnificent painting, subject, study. You can just cut that paper down. Sorry about that. Cut that paper down and have a nice little baby painting. Take the tape off. It's still wet, so it's a little premature for me to take the tape off, but I'm going to do it anyway. Just to show you how you can make a cute little baby painting. Once it's dry, I could actually come back and maybe add some ink and add a palm tree or something of that nature to add something to it. Just let it go and see what it does. I probably could have added a little bit more salt, but I don't want to second guess myself now. I just want to let this dry and see what it will do. So there you go. This is my adventure into miniature paintings that I've been doing recently. My little baby painting, another little baby painting. I like these. And then here's one for today. So I hope that inspires you. And try it. Have some fun. And just relax and have a ball. Paint on and follow your brush. Thanks.